Can build the most perfect schedule in the world, but if you have no energy left by 2 p.m., your calendar is just wishful thinking. The problem isn't discipline, it's energy management. Today, we're breaking down how to manage your energy so you can power your day without running. Welcome back to Curious Leadership. I'm Paulise. I talk a lot about structure, time boxing, and calendar management, but structure is just not good enough if you have no energy. Time boxing gives you the container. I explain this in my book, Timeboxed, but biological energy is the fuel that makes it work. Your brain consumes 20% of your body's total energy. And when you try to force high-stake focus through an exhausted brain, you aren't being efficient. You're just setting yourself up for friction and frustration. And of course, at the end of the day, you feel like you have not achieved anything. So if you want your time boxes to actually hold up, you have to understand how your energy works. So one of the worst mistakes everyone makes when they are stressed and full of work is skipping meals or getting up at your desk on quick sugary snacks. I see this all the time. First thing, you cancel your workouts, your meals, and you just keep going. That causes massive blood sugar spikes followed by steep afternoon crashes. That's how you get to 2 p.m. and you're done. But to keep your brain energized, you need real meals. I recommend eating at least 3 or even 4 smaller balanced meals a day. You have to guard those eating times on your calendar with the same priority that you give a client. You need a full breakfast, you need lunch, what I call tea time. That could be around 4, a coffee, a yogurt, or a toast, and dinner. That way you feel energized all day. Now, beyond structured meals, we also have to look at cellular fuel. I recently published a deep dive on why some supplements can really help you achieve the energy that you need to go through the day. And this is not just for athletes, but this is especially important for people that work all day. In the case of creatine, it's a game changer for executive performance, especially for women in leadership. Creatine isn't just for bodybuilders, really. It actively replenishes the ATP, which is your brain's cellular energy, directly into the prefrontal cortex here. So when you combine 3 to 4 structured meals with key supplements like creatine, your cognitive baseline stays rock solid all day, so you don't redline your nervous system. Tip number 2 is finding the time of the day that your brain works best, specifically for each activity. So for the standard neurotypical brain, early morning brings a natural spike in cortisol and focus, making it an ideal window to time box deep work and high-stakes strategic planning. That work that requires a lot of energy from your brain, well, use in the morning and try to block it. I know many people have meetings in the morning, but ideally you should block part of the morning for your deep work. For neurodivergent people, forcing an early morning deep work block can cause severe cognitive friction. People with ADHD often experience a delayed dopamine release, meaning peak alertness and hyperfocus spark much later in the day. That's why they are much more efficient in the afternoon. And that's why also they go to sleep later. Number 3, use your passion to recharge. And I work with my clients on this a lot. We often view hobbies, sports, or relaxation as luxuries reserved for after work if we have time. But this is completely backward. Engaging in activities you genuinely love isn't a reward for working hard. It is a strategic way to not only recharge your brain, but also reset your brain, but also recharge it. And you don't always need an hour off to recover your brain power. A simple 5-minute biological Neuro-Reset can completely flip your nervous system. You can step away from your screen, hydrate, take a few deep breaths, or manually chopping ingredients or cooking is some way that you can recharge. What I normally do is I have all my meetings in 45-minute blocks, so that you always have 15 minutes to recharge, to drink something, to eat something, to do some workouts, to read something that you're passionate about. Those are quickly moments where you can really reset your brain and set it up for success during the day. But here's the cool thing about doing activities that you're actually passionate about. When you sprinkle them throughout the day, they trigger an immediate release of dopamine and endorphins. When you build these short bursts of what you love directly into your schedule, those feel-good neurochemicals completely recharge your brain. Completely shifts your perspective. That surge of positive energy gives you the mental resilience and the mood boost to tackle the heavy, the boring, or frustrating tasks on your list with your actual happiness rather than just dragging yourself to them. So here's the takeaway for this week. Pick one task on your to-do list that you usually end up abandoning or pushing off when fatigue hits. First, check what's the time of the day that you're doing it. Maybe you need to switch it off through the morning or the afternoon based on how your brain works. Try to be more aware of when you feel best and what kind of activities you are more effective throughout the day. And schedule a 15-minute reset right before the task where you do a workout, something that you're passionate about, or you have a supplement that makes you feel good. Watch how quickly you treat that task when you are refueled, recharged, and feeling more happy. Read my full scientific and strategic breakdowns on creatine, energy management. In the description, you will find the links. And if you're ready to dig deeper, you can do a one-on-one coaching session with me. There's a free 20-minute call that you can find the link in the description too, so we can meet and understand what are your needs and how I can support. Or you can join my Curious Leadership program. It's a 6-month coaching program that will totally change how you think and feel about your work. If you like this podcast, share it with others that may need it. And I hope to see you next time. Talk to you soon.